Oil. It defines our way of life. From the cars we drive to the lights we turn on inside, oil and its products power our daily activities like nothing else ever has. But oil won't last forever. The process which produces oil from long dead animals and plants takes place over vast periods of time. Our civilization uses oil far more quickly than it can be replenished, and one day it will run out. But that day is luckily decades, perhaps even centuries into the future. But we must start searching for viable replacements while we still can. According to Professor Jacob Grosskopf of Arkansas Tech University, the situation, while not dire yet, is still a serious matter. Do you think that oil supplies will run out sometime in the next century?
In the next century, no. Eventually, if we keep on using the same methods to drill oil, yes. I read a paper once where they showed a graph of a drop in, I guess, oil in reservoirs over time, and what that was followed by was an increase in technology, and then that increase in technology opened up whole new reservoirs for us to get oil, and so that is a relationship that will continue to occur for some time.
What do you think is the most viable alternative to oil?
I think that depends on how quickly we want to shift away from oil. And right now we can look at how much technology is being put into the solar part of energy, and then in the wind part of energy. I also know that wave and tidal is a big one, and also we could probably do better with geothermal.
What measures do you think we should take as a nation before the oil does run out?
So I think if we continue on the path we're on, where all this new technology is coming about in these new areas for energy, then I think we're on a good path. If we decide to just shift altogether at one time to away from oil, sorry, I think that we can do that, but again, we still need some type of tie to oil, at least to get through that threshold until we get to completely renewable resources.
After interviewing several students, the general consensus of those interviewed can best be summed up by the interview of Stevie Duncan. Okay, what do you think our nation could do to get us more independent of oil?
Well, I feel like by using the oil reserves found in Alaska, the United States could become more independent of the oil exporting business, because right now tensions in the Middle East are very extreme and they just corrupt geopolitics. So by using our own natural reserves, which would greatly decrease our influence in the geopolitical scheme as it is, because right now tensions are very high, placing the U.S. in a very precarious situation.
There are currently many alternatives to oil that are available today, some of which are prevalent here in Russellville. The most obvious of these is Nuclear One, Arkansas's only nuclear reactor. The second is Dardanelle Dam on the Arkansas River. Both of these huge power plants provide power for much of central Arkansas, and similar plants are still in the planning stages as of today. Even so, the energy crisis is getting closer. It may be decades, even centuries away, but it will arrive sooner rather than later. We must prepare ourselves for it as a nation, as a society, and as a global community in order to survive the coming crisis.